Hey, this is Fischer Smith from Smith's Fishing Outdoors, and we're here with
Jason Smith, father.
father of me, yes.
Today, I taught you everything I know, right?
Oh yeah, sure. Today we are talking about, we're switching back to tackle talks, getting into the musky season this year. So today we're going to talk about our top 10 baits from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to start from topwater and make our way all the way to rubber, because you got to have some rubber in there.
That is one of your favorite subjects. Talking about fishing rubber.
I could talk about rubber forever.
Yep. So, let's start out.
I think we should start out with the big guy flaptail.
The big guy flaptail. Big guy baits. Small bait maker. He does a wonderful job. Some of the little tricks on his stuff. He's got a unique blade that he hand cuts.
Yes.
It's also, it's kind of got a...
It's like a copper cap in the back of the...
Copper cap in the back, so it's
kind
got
of like a penny.
It's got it allows it to get that hollowness. Spreader bars are real good. They don't loosen up or anything. He's got a really nice, a lot of times, sometimes these get really loose in the back. He's got that figured out. Hook placement is, balance is real good. We moved some big fish in Minnesota on this. I wish we would have had more than one day to film because they were all over this.
Let's look at the footage of that. Wow, those fish were all over that bait.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even, there's no way of explaining how aggressive those fish were.
Yep. And then you caught a fish in a pouring rain. That he sent us a 5-inch version.
He sent us a smaller version
to try it out, and Fisher made like a 15-foot cast, and you caught one. Explain it.
Well, it worked right away.
Yep.
Okay, now let's go into the hog wobbler.
Slow moving top
hog wobbler. Literally, this thing looks like it's been drugged down the road.
It probably, honestly, that bait probably won us the Chippewa Valley Muskie League this year. It was right up there. It caught us. It caught us some fish.
I think we've caught like 3 on it in league this year.
3 out of the 9, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a great bait.
Yep.
And let's show you some
things that I do differently. I mean, one, I really look at, and this is the husky size.
Into the tuning aspects.
There's a regular, a husky, and a meg. I really prefer the husky. It's got a little heavier lip to it in the front, and so then I put a split ring out front because a lot of times that can be the most difficult thing. That little split ring right there. To hook them on, so that little...
You can spend a lot of time putting them on.
It just helps out. Teeing the hooks in the front, right here. So this is flat, so it's called teeing, and that lays it right here. So then your hooking percentage is going to be higher with 2 points hanging out on each side, because a lot of times they headhunt this. I increase the gap in the middle, so I'll spin it out like this. And you can spin it. The screw eyes on a hog wobbler are well over 2 inches deep as far as the threading in, so you don't have to worry about. You can roll a rotation or two and not have it pull out or anything.
And when you're doing that, it makes the bait run a little bit faster.
Yep.
And have a better knocking sound.
And it really increases, and you'll notice we really got that beat up on the inside here. The back hook, this hook right here, we don't do too much to. Maybe I'll spread the hooks a little bit. The back one, I upsize.
Because a lot of times they like to nip the back hook.
Yep. And you notice it's upsized, and it's also just kinked out a little bit. It's a 374 Eagle Claw on the back, but you're looking at a 3/0 here, and you're looking at a 5/0 or 6/0 here. And that really makes a big difference. So that's how we tweak our hog wobblers, and it's been money. It really has. And we're not sponsored by them at all. We just use them. They're made here in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, which is cool, but we got to pay full retail like everybody else. But they're a great bait, and for consistently, being made in this area, you would think you'd never be able to catch a fish on a bait. This being made in this area that everybody uses, but you tweak it right, and you do things different, and you use it when you need to.
It works.
It works. So
let's look at a clip.
Today, we're doing a little bit of early morning musky fishing.
Nice. Nice job, fish.
Come on, there we go. Oh, the bait's out.
Okay, well that fish really liked that hog wobbler, I assume.
Just crunched you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
T-bone. Let's go into, I think this was your favorite bait over the summer.
We caught our biggest league fish on this, and this is a bait that you'll say, well, it's a top raider.
It's a top raider,
But actually, this top raider is no longer in existence. So until they go and put BBs back in the back chamber, which I've been telling Joe Booker to do over and over and over again.
You hear that?
You can hear the BBs. They're in there.
There's BBs.
The new ones 6-7 years ago, since they've changed people a manufacturing process, they took it out. So what we do is explain to me how we bring in a top raider.
So we are not reeling it super fast because I want to be able to see every single rotation of that propeller.
So we're literally,
moving.
if you can literally count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can almost count those rotations, you're working at the right speed. So we're literally working a top raider at a hog wobbler speed.
And if you can hear those BBs
Chinka, 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 chinka.
moving in that, that's how you know you're going the right speed.
Yep. And over the years, I've had numerous mid-40 to higher caliber fish eat top raiders, and they always wanted that slow process.
Go back to last summer. You caught a 45-incher on that.
I caught a 45-incher in league. It basically helped us win the entire Chippewa Valley Muskie League. So it's definitely a bait that. Yep, and you add this, and then the sound of the pop on the water, and so we'll show you a clip of that right now.
Yep.
Please.
Okay, here this way. Big fish. Praise the Lord.
Oh my God.
That's our 45.
You're about to say 60. You said 60.
Oh man, look at that. The old rainbow top raider. We got it at garage sale.
Second fish of the night. It's a great night.
45 and a half.
45 and a half.
Big night fish.
Oh my gosh. Got a head on her.
Old school bait, man. Old
Oh,
school,
yeah.
going slow. Gotta go slow on those old school baits, man.
And as you guys can see, it really sounds good in the water with that
Yeah.
with the pop and the little bit of a whistle it kind of makes.
Yeah, it does have a whistle.
Yeah, it's kind of like.
But, you know, there's certain color patterns like rainbow trout. I know. I mean, this one came from a garage sale. I saw it there. We're like, I know this is an old school one because they don't make this color anymore. So,
No.
you know, that's how we find them out. I got about a dozen of them. But they're really good. The new top raters will catch fish. I just prefer the old ones. This is maybe because I'm kind of an old school guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. But you're turning into an old school guy too.
Oh yeah, because you're showing me all these old school baits and figured out they work. So
Yep.
now let's go into a bait that helped me in the fall tournament last year.
You did well.
This is the Chaos Tackle 6-inch jerkbait. What color is that? Is that like
That is sexy shad.
Sexy shad? I love
Yes.
sexy shad. And as you can see, this has been crunched. We use this bait for like getting off the break, and we were twitching it when other baits weren't working.
Yep.
And it worked in high pressure waters. So let's go to a clip of me catching a fish on this. Well, as you can see, it works.
Definitely works.
That literally helped me catch 3 fish in the fall tournament last year.
You caught 4 fish total.
Yeah, 4 fish, but that helped me catch 3 of them. So, let's get into dive and rise.
Dive and rise. We had great success, even with dive and rise. We started out in Iowa last year with Steve Jones. And had a great time. Most of the fish we moved was on gliders and dive and rises. And, you know, to have that kind of action was a lot of fun. And it was April 30th and May 1st.
It was incredible.
So, you know.
Like, not musky fishing for the entire winter, and then all of a sudden going down there and moving 18 fish in 3 days.
In shorts.
In shorts and a t-shirt.
Yep.
It was incredible.
Yep.
Here is a 10-inch Kodiak Navin by Chaos. And see, we did add a little weight on the bottom. And I tell you, we moved a good amount of fish and some pretty big fish on this. On some new bodies of water last year.
Yeah, we were over in Minnesota, and, you know, first time you had that bait, within a few hours, I mean, you had a 48 come around the corner on it.
Yeah, the fish
the conditions were horrible. Flat, calm, mile-high skies, not even a good moon phase or anything, but it moved fish. And it, you know, if we didn't have that bait, and it was the first time we went to that lake,
we probably want to move.
Probably would never have wanted to go back to that lake again.
No, but
so
I want to go back there and I want to throw this bait.
Yep, it definitely gets them out of the woodwork. I can tell you that.
Let's look at the footage of a fish following this bait. Fish, musky, nice musky. Two. Huh? Well, that was a pretty nice fish, and he was pretty active chasing that bait. He wanted to eat it, but I will admit it might have been my fault on that one.
You have faults?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Everyone has their own. Everyone has their own like problems. Maybe Messed up the figure eight a little bit, but
you're learning. That's the whole thing. Every day's learning, and I even learn every day I'm on the water.
oh yeah.
It's if you're not learning, you're not fishing. It's the way it is. So
That was really good. If you're not learning, you're not fishing.
yep.
You should quote that. Okay,
Trademark Smith Fishing Outdoors.
now let's go into a Suik. 10-inch Suik. I don't know what to say about Suiks. I've caught so many fish on Suiks.
Yep.
They're my favorite jerkbait /
Dive and rise.
dive and rise.
From Canada, Lake of the Woods. They're just if you don't go to Lake of the Woods without a Suik, I mean, they're just money. They just always catch fish.
Banging them against the rocks.
Yep. And you got a fall clip right here where you bang one on a figure eight with boat side
Let's look at that clip right now.
Yep.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
That was that.
You slid that freaking rod and the bait and drove it right into the corner of that fish's mouth.
I did my figure eight right on that one.
Yep. Yes, you did.
He just came out of nowhere and smoked it.
Yep.
See, Suiks. If you guys don't own any Suiks, like, what are you doing? Like.
Yeah, and you got the plastic ones. The 9-inch plastic ones. I think they really walk really nice. You know, we have another video that I can check into the description. I'll link it in the description in the comments section. We did another video on how to tune a Suik, and it's actually been one of our most popular videos. We went to a bay in Lake of the Woods and we took them out of the package and we started tuning Suiks and got them just walking perfectly. You know, a good Suik literally will. When you're working it, it isn't just this. You want to get it to where it goes like this, and like this, and like this. As you're going, adding that little side to side, makes it go from good to great. And tweaking the back is all about it is, And
you could have 50 people throwing a Suik in a lake, and one person might be catching fish because he tuned his right.
Just tuned it just right, and making sure they hang nice, allowing them to hang too. Some people work them, they just go bum 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 too fast. Put that pause in there. Put that, kind of like
it's all about cadence.
Adding a change up, so it's like boom boom, and just letting it hang, and then going back. So that's kind of the trick on Suiks is don't just do the same monotonous thing. Add change ups, change your rhythm, change your cadence, like you said.
Exactly.
So
now let's go into Phantoms.
Phantoms.
I know you have a pretty good history with this Phantom.
Yep. I like some old wood Phantoms, but there's some new ones too.
New Phantoms work great too.
Yep. We got a brand new one in Lake of the Woods Perch, I think it is. We've caught a pile of fish on.
Oh yeah.
And but yeah, they're great.
Alrighty, guys.
Fisher.
I was throwing a Phantom.
I took two suckers out, and all of a sudden, I was just kind of getting them ready. And
we just got set up.
He smoked it with a Phantom. It's a nice fish. Not a super fat one, but
he's
kind of an old one.
Old guy. I'm thinking it's probably an old male.
We had that Phantom just T-bone there. Get the nitpicks out on that bad boy.
The water's 56 degrees. It's not too warm on the hands.
Old snarly face.
Oh yeah. Look at him.
What did I say, 42?
You said 42 and a half?
Yeah, 42 and a half.
42 and a half.
Hold them out. Oh, he's...
There we go. Let's get some stills and we'll get him back in the water.
You pitched it into a pocket. There was some bait fish.
We saw bait fish on our side imaging. We had all good, like, everything was right for a muskie.
Yep.
We had wind, we had bait fish, everything was pushing in this one little spot. And I threw it in there. I was twitching it with my Elk River, and I switched up the cadence. I did like twitch, 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 and then twitch, 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 twitch. And then as soon as I gave it a pause, I felt the boom push me forward. I actually even saw him eat it. Set the hook, got him in the boat.
Yep.
And it's all about cadence, even with every bait that you use.
Yep. I think we got a good release shot of that. It might show that.
Yeah.
But
now let's go into Bucktails, or one Bucktail that we have. This is a single 8 East Texas Salt. This is a pretty snazzy color, if I were to say.
yeah, small bucktails are, they're overlooked, and right now a lot of people are throwing the big blades, and
You don't need to throw 13s to catch fish.
no, a lot of big fish get caught on single 8s yet, there's a time and a place for everything, and it's not just spring on the single 8s too. We use them real late summer too, especially when these fish get pressured. They like the speed, and you can't take a number 10 and run the speed that you can run a number 8. So
Unless you're, like, a bodybuilder.
yeah.
So, I think we should go into rubber. So, let's get right into rubber. Pickleback. This one is all about stories. It's been crunched, it's been munched, and
I think it's one of my favorite colors. And when I first bought one years ago, I thought, this color looks stupid.
yeah, I
But
was
I'm
like,
going to throw it anyways.
I didn't know why you bought a color that looked so weird.
Probably because it had a name of Pickleback. But yeah, Pickleback, we got 5 bulldogs just like that are just nothing but re-glued and remelted. And
Yeah, this has
fixed
been remelted.
yeah.
It's probably one of the more intact ones.
You look at the belly on that thing. And it's still got teeth marks in it, yeah. So, I mean, we don't do too much different. I do kick these out just a little hair at there because a lot of times they had hunt them, so I do like that. And sometimes I'll upsize the hooks a little bit on the bulldogs too. So that's really all we do to them. These are the Pro Dogs.
We like the Pro Dogs because they have more of a faster fall.
Yep.
And then you raise them up and they just
Up and
sink down.
Yep. So again, we're not even sponsored by them. Doesn't matter. They're a great bait. Always been a great bait. I've caught a number of fish on bulldogs throughout the years. We just like them.
They work.
They work.
Catch fish on them.
And these are mag dogs. Mag dog size.
I do believe we have a clip of that pickleback.
That Pickleback.
So let's roll that clip.
Yep.
Oh, drop it, Sandy. Got her.
Okay, well, he didn't miss it.
No. Maybe in the dark water that we fish a lot, they like this. I don't know. It's just it's the color contrast that works really good.
Maybe they can see it.
So then later, about midsummer, Chaos came out with Medusa. That we really like Medusa, but then they came out with what color?
Pickleback.
Pickleback.
I'm really thanking Rick Albers for coming up with the idea to make a pickleback Dusa.
Oh yes.
First time I threw it, what did I do? Caught a fish on it.
Yep.
And let's roll the clip of that.
Look what we're throwing. Dusa.
Pickleback Dusa.
Pickleback Dusa. I think I'm gonna start off with this, rip it around, and
I got a walleye mag dog right now.
see if we can get a fish to come up and go. Noom, noom. Big fish.
Is that?
It's a nice fish, but my camera's not going because it's dead.
Okay, it's all right. Here, take care.
I'm not happy about that. Nice fish. It's a nice fish. It's a really nice fish.
Let's go.
Pickleback Dusa.
Okay.
Well, that's a good start. Bait's already out.
Pickleback Dusa. You're right, it's a good fish.
Medusa got crunched. Look at that. Brand new Dusa. Got crunched.
Pickleback Dusa.
Pickleback.
Thanks, Rick Albers at Chaos, for making this color.
Great color.
Great color.
Well, obviously, that fish could definitely see the bait. And I don't know what about it, but in dark waters, I think they just like these bright baits.
Yep.
And Dusa, this is this a shallow? No.
That's regular.
Regular.
Yep. You know, and there's different things, and you know, Deuces don't really fall as quickly as, say, a mag dog, but you can put, you know, there's a weight that Chaos makes that'll sit right here on the first link, and then you put the hook back on, and it'll just adhere right below it. So then you can add like an ounce or an ounce and a quarter or something right here, and
just take off the split ring.
Yep, and that really makes a big difference. So, but these were the kind of this was basically our lineup list last year.
Literally, I don't think we had any other baits that we caught a whole lot of fish on.
Mm-hmm.
We pretty much stuck to these baits, and I don't know. We usually throw like topper stoppers and everything else, but we kind of ventured on last year, and we fished new bodies of water, and we found new patterns that worked.
And that's what I highly recommend to everyone, is to try new bodies of water, challenge yourself. You may not catch a fish the first time you go, but
we had a lot of fun doing that last year.
Exactly. We challenged ourselves on a lot of body of waters that we had never made a cast on in our life. And I don't think it's a scary thing. You literally pick out the 3 or 4 good hot spots that you think on the map, and you just roll with it. And you find you learn so much by doing that. So challenge yourself this next season. I highly recommend it. It'll make you a much better angler.
Yes. So if you guys want to see more tackle talks, give us some ideas of what to talk about.
Tell us in the comments.
Yes.
We love comments, and please leave us some comments. Tell us what would you like to see better, or anything. I mean, we really appreciate it. So.
Yes, so if you guys can please hit the subscribe button down below. It's completely free. And again, we'll see you on the next adventure.